Rod, you've always got a good question to roll with.
Coach, two teams that have been struggling a little lately. Do you expect the game to be a grind?
Well, I think both of us have a lot of similarities in terms of, I think, maybe better defensively at this stage than we both maybe thought, but struggle sometimes on offense to score points. Where are they going to come from? So I think it's it's going to be a hard-fought game for 40 minutes, and at this point maybe it's the team that makes the least amount of mistakes to put yourselves in a difficult situation may come out on top.
Another similarity seems to be both teams have struggled in the second half of the games.
Really?
Yeah, just from what I've seen.
Yeah. Well, I think maybe both teams are a little thinner than what you would like to be in terms of depth, so that may have something to do with it. I thought we played much better in the second half than the first half in the last game. Just in terms of holding, anytime you hold a team to 5 baskets in a half, you got to be doing some things right on the defensive end. But I think that the common thread between the two teams is, both kind of younger and both at times just really find it difficult to make baskets. I think sometimes the offense on both our sides are creating some quality shots. We have some guys that I think both down the road both programs are gonna count on making those shots, and we're just not maybe putting them in right now.
Coach, when you're struggling a little bit collectively in the post, you're not getting as much production there as you want, other than changing personnel, which is the easy answer, every fan would say, just play somebody different. What can you do? Do you change what you do, or do you try to get better at what you're asking those guys to do?
No, I think the one thing with us is the post is no different than the perimeter. Every single player on our team is asked to do something different than they've ever done in college basketball. Every single role that we have is completely different than anything they've ever played here before. And so with that, there's going to be some inconsistencies. A week ago, our posts were playing extremely well. Over the last 2 games, they haven't played as well. In the past, not much was counted on for them to produce, And, so as that process continues to develop, there are peaks and valleys. And unfortunately, in the last game in particular, last 2 games, our posts haven't played as well as they did early. And you just need to keep, kind of plugging along and doing the things that have helped them be successful and get back to maybe doing that a little more efficiently.
What's the most important thing you need to do to take away from them to be successful in Wednesday?
Well, obviously I think, that their explosiveness in terms of being able to score has come from the perimeter when they've done that. But their big guys are very physical, and they set great screens, and they can really pound the offensive glass. So we need a really good defensive effort from everybody. It's going to be a physical game, so we got to be ready for that physicality that's going to take place, not shy away from that. And at the same time, offensively, continue to become more efficient. Value every possession. That means taking care of the ball, and that means getting quality shots. And hopefully when you get quality shots, you've broken down the defense, gives you a greater opportunity to get to the offensive glass.
Daniel and Cameron both played well this year. What do you think that both, you mentioned how physical the Georgia forwards are, but it's got to be a nice sign for you. Is it a good test for them? Let's put that.
Well, yeah, this is a great test for all of us, to go on the road at a difficult place to play in a rivalry game, a game that, to be honest, is more important than other games. The mental and focus that you need to be successful in that type of situation is a great test for us at this stage of the season.
They pretty much divided up their rebounding amongst the 3 inside guys. I guess this means you can't rely on just 1 or 2 guys to crash the boards.
Well, our rebounding is based on the kind of a gang mentality. Defensively, all 5 of our guys have to rebound well. We have to get our guards a little more engaged on the glass, which will create some opportunities in the open court. So sometimes, as the big guys are down there wrestling, we need our 1s, 2s, and 3s to be flying in there to rebound well. You know what I mean? And I think that's important.
I know Daniel struggled in the last game shooting the ball in particular. It was very, very clear, but his numbers are down for the season relative to where I would have guessed they'd be percentages. 40-something%, I don't have it committed to memory. Is there something mechanical he's doing that you want to work on? Is he rushing his shot, or is he getting the shots you want him to take? Because, I mean, you look at the difference between his shooting percentage, for example, and Cam's in the 60s.
Right.
And I know they're different players, they take different shots, but is Daniel taking the shots you want him to take?
Well, I think we need him to be a little more aggressive going to the basket. You know what I mean? And seeking some physical contact as he makes some plays around the basket. He's very, obviously much improved at the free throw line, so getting him fouled and getting to the line has been good for us. Again, it's new territory for him to be dependent on, to score in on the block. And, it's not going to happen overnight. As I said, there's going to be some inconsistency. I think our players have a lot of confidence throwing him the ball inside, and I know as a coach it's something that I want, to be done, virtually on every possession. If we can get the ball into our post players, we want to do that.